Bro, welcome back to the Brofessional podcast. Staying Brofessional at all times. Today is February 21st, late night podcast with my nephew, my main man, my guest today, Nicholas. And tomorrow, the pre-market is already down 400 points, which absolutely sucks. Everybody's going to keep losing money until Joe Biden fixes this thing around and things go green. Hoping for the best. But we'll save that for another time. Now I'm going to bring in my guest, my guy, Nicholas McDonald. Give him a round of applause. What's up, Nick? What's up?
Yo?
Welcome to the Brofessional podcast where we stay in Brofessional at all times. What's good, kid?
I'm excited, bro. I've been listening to I listened to the last podcast with my Aunt Gabby. I was like, man, I got to get in on one of these, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, man, this is what we do. This is what I do here on the podcast, on the Brofessional podcast, man. So, me and my nephew, Nick, we're huge wrestling fans. So, we're going to talk about wrestling for a little bit. The Elimination Chamber was just this Saturday. Me and him was texting back and forth when we were watching it. And what you think about it, bro? What was your outtake on it?
Honestly, I would give it on a rating, on a scale. Like I'm saying, I'm giving it a rating. I'll give it a B plus because there were some outcomes that I enjoyed that I predicted honestly, and there were some not so much that I knew that were gonna come. I just didn't like the results. Like for example, the Becky Lynch Lita match. I felt like it was a really good match. There was a lot of good. It was really hype. Lita hit a lot of good moves. A veteran wrestler. Becky Lynch coming out on top. A little disappointed,
Man,
but it was a really good match.
I feel like with the WWE, they got us. Granted, they're legends. They're legends in the game, right? Yeah. They've been did their thing. So all due respect to them, but it's like, man, you got all these good wrestlers that can't even get over because it's like, oh, we can't figure out nothing. Let's call Goldberg to main event against Roman Reigns, and then let's have him fight. First match of the day. You know what I mean? Like I don't get it, man. And then Bobby Lashley got hurt. Is it a work? Did he really get hurt? Who knows, man? It's hard to tell in wrestling. And I don't know, man. With the WWE, it's hard. We got Mania coming up. I thought Cody Rhodes was gonna come through, but I guess not. Maybe they're saving it for Raw tonight. Raw's already on. And we haven't watched it yet, so we got no spoilers. We'll watch it later and see what happens. But what do you think, man? What do you think's gonna happen?
Gee, man. I was kind of disappointed about the women's Elimination Chamber match because I'm pretty sure it lasted a whole 6 minutes. The match was really short. It wasn't really enjoyable to the point where there were faces banging off the structure. It wasn't hardcore. Like the Elimination Chamber is such a big event, and it's so built up to the point where it's like, oh, it's like hell. Like your body will never be the same. I didn't really see much of that until the men's Elimination Chamber match. So I enjoyed the pay-per-view altogether. I knew that they were gonna have Brock Lesnar come through and win the title to set up the Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, and the Brock Lesnar, the WWE Champion, with all the drama that's been going on between them two. I know they're gonna end up settling it once and for all at Mania, title for title, and that was something that I believe that was gonna happen. And to see it see it actually happen, it was really cool for me because it's something I wanted to see.
Yeah, it's gonna Brock versus Roman again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
It's like the Cavs and the Warriors in the finals.
I liked the Beast Unleashed. Dude just kicked the door open. He didn't even wait for his turn to come out and started just demolishing people, man. It was overall good, man. And AEW, man, it's like I loved AEW at first, and I still love it. It's a lot of good wrestlers in there. They got CM Punk. They got the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And they got a lot of good young talent, man. But I don't want AEW to become the WWE. Like, they have good wrestling, man. And we seen it, from the beginning. Remember a couple of years ago, we went to Daytona and watched the show when they were like nothing. I think Joey Janela was headlining it.
Yeah, Joey Janela and Dean Ambrose in a hardcore false count anywhere, no disqualification match.
John
Saw,
Moxley.
saw them put their bodies through hell. You know,
And shout out to
live.
John Moxley too, man. Went away to rehab and came back better than ever, man. Dude looks like a stud. Shout out to him. I could appreciate that. And I think AEW is gonna be good though. They still a freshly new wrestling company, and I think they got a good future ahead of them for sure, man.
Yeah, they have a lot of young talent, a lot of young, not really like more of wrestling. They have a lot of good young wrestling talent, but I mean, all these like younger guys coming on the mic and doing these promos, like hyping stuff up, like MJF, young guy, newer to the business that we're not really seeing a lot of him, but he just came onto the scene and started killing it. He burst off he exploded with promos. He's one of the best on the mic in the business to this day, in my opinion.
He's almost
He's
as good
just
as
getting
me.
started.
He's almost as good as me. Almost. He's a badass heel, man. He really is. He's a badass heel on the mic. I like him. He talks a lot of smack. I can appreciate that. I also talk a lot of smack, as do you. When we're going back and forth about our sports teams over here. But both our sports teams suck right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, mine's way worse than yours. So I'm a Knick fan, and they are absolutely horrible, horrible.
Got to get rid of J-Ran, man.
Granted,
One year
Ovi
wonder.
Toppin won the dunk contest, but who cares about the dunk contest? We need playoffs. We need a title in New York. Come on, Knicks. We got to get it together. But I understand, like you're a huge Atlanta fan, man. You're a huge Hawk fan. A huge Atlanta United fan, a huge Falcons fan. So just tell me, like, what made you? I mean, granted, you live in Atlanta. Well, you live close to Atlanta, but like, what made you really get into those teams, following those teams?
All right, so I really became a Falcons fan when I always loved sports and I always loved soccer and football mostly, but I never really watched a lot of football. I just enjoyed playing it, outside, like when recess at school, just throwback to the playgrounds, just playing football and all that. I loved it. It was so much fun because here, it's not too big to go outside and for recess and play soccer. Like it's more like you go outside and play football or basketball or something like that. So I started watching a lot of Falcons games with my dad. The chances I got because I used to go over there every other weekend. I used to just be over there on the weekend, so I watched the games with him. He introduced me to a lot of these players. A lot of my all time favorites. Roddy White. Julio Jones, Tony Gonzalez in his Falcons era. Got to watch a little bit of 2008 through 2014 Matt Ryan, and then watch him explode as an MVP in 2016. It's really my dad and my uncle Mario, and those are the people that really got me into being a Falcons fan.
Shame on them. Nah, man. Everybody, I can appreciate a diehard fan. Like you gotta like your team, are good or bad. But I can't stand as bandwagon fans. Like, don't be jumping from team to team, man. It's kind of crazy when people do that with their teams, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, I was telling Mario the other day, the World Cup is coming, 2026, North America. Definitely want to check out a World Cup game, man. That would be so sick. So sick, bro.
Imagine if U.S. Mexico qualifiers, CONCACAF qualifiers in the U.S. We're going to a game, bro. It don't matter where it's at. I'll be a junior in college whenever that happens. That'll be insane. I'll have a little bit of money. It doesn't matter where it's going to be at. U.S., Mexico. If it's in Canada, we go to Canada. If it's in Mexico City, dip to the Azteca. If it's in the U.S., hey, we'll find some tickets. We'll go. But that's the game we got to see. That's a must, bro.
Yeah, World Cup game is a must because we don't know when it's going to come back. And we definitely can't miss the opportunity to go out with the bros to a World Cup game. That would be so sick, man. Got to be so sick, man. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to our next topic. Let's keep talking sports a little bit. What do you think is gonna happen in the NFL free agency, man? We got the draft coming up. The New York Giants got two good picks. Hopefully they don't waste them.
Yeah,
Um,
that's right.
what do you think the Falcons gonna get?
I've been looking into this a lot lately. I mean, just whether it's getting distracted at school in my free time, just looking at mock drafts, looking at all the reports, all the analytics from this reporter to that reporter, all these reports going on, and I mean, they're saying, there's some talks around there that there's gonna be some quarterbacks gone early now, because there was a lot of talks about them going later in the rounds, like late first round. But now that there's talks about them going early, and it's looking like possibly the Falcons have Kayvon Thibodeau dropped to them from Oregon. Used to be number one on the draft board, dropped drastically. I mean,
I
there's another
don't.
guy that we're looking at. His name's Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame too. He's a safety.
I just don't think that this is the year for the Falcons to draft a quarterback. I think Matty Ice got about 2 years left in him. I think I think you let him play out this season. The main thing is that Cordell Patterson's a free agent. Rumors are that the Jets want him. And I mean, go to the Jets for your career to die, right? It's like they suck too. But I mean, they got a good young team. Zach Wilson, he's not a bad quarterback. But I think for Atlanta, I mean, you still got Kyle Pitts. Hopefully Ridley gets his mental health issues under control, and the Falcons could still battle, man. If you could re-sign Cordell Patterson, maybe draft or sign another offensive lineman, get that defense to tighten up some. I mean, they could be a good team because, I mean, you're in the NFC South. No more Tom Brady in Tampa. I mean, Jameis Winston in New Orleans. That's nothing to worry about. I mean, so the only team you really got to compete with
Cam
is
Newton,
Carolina.
Sam Darnold in Carolina.
It's Carolina, But I'll tell you, Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy and strong. It'd be good for the Giants, man. I really think we need, if they're gonna stick with Danny Dimes, they need to go heavy with O line. Draft two O linemen, strong O linemen. Give Saquon, some block, some room so that he can run, and give Danny Dimes some time, man. Because I don't care how good of a quarterback you are, if you don't have a good offensive line, then you ain't gonna have time to really do anything. You know what I'm saying? You agree? You agree with what I'm saying? About
Yes,
like if
sir.
you don't have a good offensive line, it don't matter how good of a quarterback you are.
It don't take you nowhere, man. And I mean, Mike Davis, running back for the Falcons as well, burst off the scene after Christian McCaffrey got hurt the year before this past season. Bursted out the gate, coming in, getting 100 yards back to back, every consecutive games, having 2 touchdown games every week. And we picked them up in full confidence, and man just didn't have the best year, because the fact is, if you want to be successful in the run game, it don't matter who your running back is. You need to have you're gonna have to solidify your men in front. You need to get some tanks up front to lead the way for your running backs if you want to be successful in the run game.
I agree, man. And let me just say this real quick, because if my guest Nicholas cuts out real quick, my man Nicholas lives in Timbuktu, in the middle of absolute nowhere. I mean, I'm surprised you don't need a damn helicopter, a canoe, and a snowmobile to get where he's at, because his Wi-Fi is just out of this world. Matter of fact, if you could picture the map of the world right now, his Wi-Fi is in Miami and he's trying to podcast in Atlanta, so it's pretty bad. So that's just real quick, just in case he cuts out real quick. But let's move on to the next topic, bro. Your sister's gonna graduate high school this year. You're not too far from behind her. You're gonna be graduating next year. What's your plans, man? What you got planned for after high school?
Man, I mean, there's a lot of things running through my head as a junior in high school, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that I know I want to do, but I'm not sure if one of those things is completely right for me to do for the rest of my life. So I mean, I still got a lot of thinking to do. I mean, there's some colleges I have my eyes on. Something close to home, be close to my family. I don't want to leave too far. I want to be somewhere where I have family. And we as a Mexican family, we got family everywhere, man. We got family here, California, Florida, probably somewhere in Utah, Montana, anywhere, bro, anywhere. So I mean, I'm keeping my options open. You know, that out-of-state tuition's a little bit expensive as well. I just want to be close to my family, man, and I want to study something to do with sports, man. Whether it's journalism, analytics, and it's always been under my radar that whenever I graduate and go to college, I want to study something to do with sports, man.
Yeah, man, you should, man. You should try to work for ESPN, be a sports analyst, man. And that's
Yes,
like
man.
here on the Brofessional podcast, man. We love sports. We love to talk about sports. We can sit here and talk about sports all day. It's usually what we do
All
when we
day,
get together
all
and
day.
is talk trash about sports and talk about how bad you are in golf. But
Okay, listen. I that this is completely justifiable because one, I had never played golf in my life before. My mom got me my first set of golf clubs probably like a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, it was like a month before I went to play with you, Andy, and Q. Man, I had no idea what I was doing.
sorry, man. It's a process. I've been playing for years and I still suck. So I ain't too good at it. Golf is definitely one of those games where you have to be consistently playing or you're gonna suck. Even even the guys that play professionally, have off days. Me, I have a lot more off days than I do good days. So you know,
It's expensive too, man. Like if you really want to be good at golf and play that consistently, you better have a pretty thick wallet, man. You know.
you gotta have deep pockets, deep pockets to be
I
a
mean,
good golfer.
it's not
You gotta
cheap,
have
man. It's not cheap.
a lot of practice, man. But in November, 9 short months from now, we are going on a family vacay. I'm super hyped. I've been I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped for it. There's no other words for it. I mean, it's gonna be a vacation of a lifetime.
Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah, we're going to Europe and Cancun. It's a big year for me
No,
this
well,
year, bro.
you're going to Europe and Cancun, not me. I'm
Yeah.
staying here, and then I'll be going to Cancun in November. But it'll be fun. It'll be a good experience to go to Europe. I personally never been to Europe. I'm gonna wait till my kids get older to go to Europe because I feel like yeah, Europe is beautiful. Um, it's gonna be great. There's no doubt about it. But I feel like it's more like artsy. You know what I'm saying? Like you go there, you see
So
like monuments and tourism stuff and try the foods out and probably something you gotta experience. It's definitely something you gotta experience once in a lifetime. And it's good that you're able to do it at a young age. But man, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for Cancun, man. I'm hyped for the beach. I'm hyped for the food. You know I'm hyped for the food, boy.
yes, sir.
Bro. You know how I be about my food. But I'm trying to take it easy on the food right now. I'm working out hard.
Getting
And
back
I
in the gym,
understand
bro. I've
like
seen it.
you trying to get your fitness thing going on too. I'm sending you little workouts here and there so you could build
Yes,
up.
sir.
Gotta get some muscle, bro. Gotta gotta
Got
get
you,
going on
bro.
that muscle.
Because by the time we hit Cancun, bro, it's gonna be nothing but tank tops, speedos, and
Speedos,
flip flops, bro.
bro. Bro. We don't wear Speedos, bro. Any real bro don't wear no Speedo. That's a
I mean,
fact.
hey,
My
we
man
were
says
gonna do it
Speedo.
one year.
A Speedo? You
We were
gotta be
gonna do it
kidding
one
me.
year. No, no, no.
I
We were
know you
gonna do
didn't
it
say
one
you
year.
were gonna wear a Speedo. What kind of stuff is that? I
I
never.
could rock a speedo. That's all I'm saying. I could rock
Wow.
a speedo.
Wow.
I mean, I can understand if you're a little frightened by wearing a speedo, man. There's not too much in the package there, bro. But I mean,
Listen, if I
cut a
were a
little bit short,
Speedo, if the day comes that I wear a Speedo, I will get sponsored by Speedo itself.
bro.
That's a fact. That's a big fact.
Nah, but I remember we was planning to wear speedos. It was more of a joke. We didn't really do it, but we were like, yeah, we're gonna pull up to Cancun. Gonna be rocking the speedos by the beach, by the pool. Me, you, and Uncle Mario, the three amigos.
We'd be walking up to the beach in Speedos, and everybody would be like, bro,
That's valid. That's valid.
bro,
But
bro.
that trip's gonna be an experience, bro.
So I know, like, A lot of things been going on, man. A lot of things been going on, but you just had your surprise party like not too long ago, man. How was that? You were super shocked at your party.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
I still be thinking about that
So
robot dancing.
I thought I was going to Thomaston, which if y'all don't know, that's my grandparent. That's where my grandparents live. I thought I was going over there to go just hang out with all the family. Swim in the pool, grill out, eat some good food, and just chill out with my family, man, and maybe a couple presents here and there for my family members. But I never expected that. So my mom rented a salon for me. It's in a park. It was a little smaller. I mean, I'm glad. I don't want it to be too big, but I didn't know about it. So my mom had me dressed up in a full on cowboy outfit.
Straight
I'm
Yellowstone.
talking my own hat sombrero, bro.
It was fire.
Like a flannel,
Hot,
jeans, my
hot flaming
boots,
Cheetos
everything.
fire.
I'm like, I'm going to a pool.
It was a good time. We got to tell a quick story real quick, man. My man Nicholas, man, they bought him a 12-pack of beer for his birthday. So I'm like, yo, let's chug one. He's like, all right. We shotgun a beer. And then I tell him, I'm like, yo, bro, look, it's not alcoholic. It was tight. You can't be too tight, bro. You too young to be drinking anyways.
Hey, listen,
but
bro,
you know,
it was my surprise 16th birthday party, bro.
Look,
everybody was there.
Here on the Brofessional podcast,
I can't be chugging fake beer, bro.
We do not condone underage drinking. In Mexico, I think the drinking age is like 12, though.
Facts.
I'm pretty sure you could have a beer right after middle school over there.
Facts.
Yeah, bro. So, what do you do in your free time, bro? Besides play Madden, I seen you tried out for the soccer team, man. You got one more year left to get your stuff together and start training, bro. Train and make that team for your senior year.
Yeah, man. It's just, my school. I enjoy my school, but it's a lot of tough competition out there, man. My school was number one in the nation for high school boys soccer last year. Fell a little bit short of where we wanted to be, but it's a lot of tough competitions, man. A lot of really good football, soccer players. Sorry, and just a lot of competing out there, man. And there's a lot of the same guys, from last year's team. So there's only a certain amount of roster spaces available. And me myself, I made the mistake of stop playing, hang out with my friends, just play video games, just be lazy all day. Bro, I got there my first day of conditioning, bro. Man, I ran like 8 full field sprints. And I tapped out. Everybody was still warming up. I was like, bro, how are y'all doing this?
Gotta stay consistent.
I was like, man, I need.
Gotta put in that hard work.
I was like, I need a milkshake before I go crazy.
Nah, man, you gotta put in that hard work, bro. Anything you do in life, man, it's like you gotta work hard at it. You gotta put in the time and put in the hard work, man. If you want to be a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant or anybody that's great, and leave your name in the sports world, it takes a lot of hard work, man. Hard work and dedication, just like it does in the gym. You can't just work out once or twice a week and expect to be, beast mode.
Yes, sir. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. Like especially in the gym, like you got to make sure you're eating right. You got to make sure you're not just being like, oh, I don't want to go today. You can't be slacking too. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it about your health, about you getting stronger and building up your muscles. Getting getting to your healthiest self. There's a lot of things that go into it, and along with the sports, like me myself, I started playing soccer for a club team. I'm practicing 2 times a week, and my first practice was last Thursday. I got a game this weekend. Jumping right into it. A lot of things to figure out. My team. Thank God it's a lot of Hispanic little boys. A lot of people that I can communicate with. A lot of some of my boys. Some of them go to my school. It's pretty cool. I like it. I'm enjoying it.
Good, man. Stay in sports. Keep yourself busy. because that's the way to do it, man. Hey, let's take a second real quick. First of all, we love Casa Vieja, Peachtree City, one of the best restaurants to eat at. For me, best restaurant in all of Georgia. And we're going to take a second, and I'm going to let you promote your mom's new taco stand because I heard it is the fire. And I'm only going if I can eat for free. You feel me? Like, your mom's got to, I'll leave a tip, but I got to be eating good. I got to get like a 3-for-1 deal or something. You know what I'm saying? You got to hook me up, bro. Go ahead and tell us about it real quick. Go ahead.
Taco. Yo, so
what's the name? Where it's at? How's the food? Let me know.
We got this new place in Harrison, Georgia. That's the location. It's called La Casa del Taco. You know, it's we've gotten a lot of people coming. You know, a lot more than I expected. It's doing really good. You know, I've heard from a bunch of my friends that go to my school. A lot of my teachers, like I can go out to eat at some random restaurant nearby, and they'll tell me, "Oh, like this." And I just hear people talking about it all the time, and I was like, man, I knew it was gonna. I was faithful that it was gonna do good and all right, but I never imagined that it would do as it's doing now. We're making from a little taco truck. You know, we're making a lot of sales, making a lot of people happy. Hopefully, you know, we got a variety of stuff on the menu. We got from desserts, we got breakfast, man. We got a lot of things. We got tacos, huaraches, sopes. We got elotes. So I mean, we really got a little bit of everything, man. And working on that liquor license, bring you a homemade bar for the summer soon, bro.
I'm getting hungry. Sound like a lot of good food right there. Let me tell you, son. You know, everybody in the family and then in the Alvarez family can cook, bro. Like y'all throw it down, and now it's like when we go to barbecues, you know, me and Mario's the grill masters, bro. We the grill masters. Sir, bro. We be throwing it down, man.
The master, man.
We be eating,
cooking up that chorizo, that steak, that chicken, man.
Bro, we always be eating so good.
You do all right, bro. You do all right for like.
Yeah, let me give myself a round of applause real quick. Yeah. Let me pat myself on the back. You know, I appreciate myself.
He does pretty
it's
good.
all bro things that we be doing at the BBQs, at the little fiestas that we be doing. But all right, Nick, let me our podcast is recording time is almost about up. So before the podcast time is up, you know, I always ask my guest a special question at the end of the podcast. And my question to you is, when are you going to grow above 6 feet? I'm just playing, bro. Nah, bro. My question to you is, what's going to be your goal? Like, you have to have a goal, right? So you have to have a goal, and I want to hear, what is your goal for 2022, and how are you going to accomplish it?
My goal for 2022 is have my grades, man. My grades need to be really high up in the sky to the point where, you know, there's a lot of good programs here in Georgia. You know, we got from the Hope Scholarship, and there's another one, I forget the name of it, but those two programs, if you get a 3 in Georgia, if you have a 3.0 GPA or higher, it guarantees, sponsored by the lottery, pays 80% of your college tuition. And the other one, I don't know what the requirement is, but it pays 100% of your college tuition. So you worry about your housing, your meal plan, everything else, while if your grades are up and you're doing good in school, they'll save you a whole lot of money. So my goal, man, for 2022 and 2023, my senior year, is just have my grades as high as they can be my best self, you know, give school everything I got, you know, stay caught up, and hopefully save my mom some money, man. Because, I mean, she got 2 kids coming out in 2 consecutive years, man. We got a lot of figuring out to do, me and my sister, but, you know, it's a process, bro. But my goal is to be my best self, to stay healthy, to stay in school, you know, to study as much as possible. And yeah.
That's good, bro. That's good. I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for being on the Brofessional podcast, Nick, aka my guy Pickles. You know what I'm saying? It's fun.
Sure.
We'll do another podcast eventually. Stay, here at the Brofessional, staying Brofessional podcast. We like to end. I'm going to start ending the show where everybody's got to give their best bro. So hit me with a bro before you go.
Oh, I didn't really have anything prepared, man. You're putting me on the spot like this. All right, I got you. Ready? Bro.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's the end of the podcast. Have a good night, everybody. Until next time, here we stay, Brofessional.